Haven't you ever heard of a killer? I drop bombs like Hiroshima.
So I said, look at LeakYou video. What the fuck is LeakYou? Is it like a site? What's LeakYou? LeakYou. Is it a YouTube channel? Oh shit. Oh, all right, bet. Here we go.
Looks like you lost another one. Have y'all heard everything? What's up, y'all? Good morning, good afternoon. What's up with it? What's up with it? Yes, we're gonna get right on into it, baby. Right on into it. And so listen, I don't have my professional equipment hooked up at the moment, so hopefully I sound all right. But regardless or not, I will be back later on tonight for a little special that I'm doing regarding some NASA footage of us being on the moon, looking at structures that appear to be built not naturally, if you get what I mean. All right. Man, listen, man, shout out to Duchess Kelly Love in the chat. Shout out to Duchess. Shout out to Duchess. How you doing? It's so good to see you. It's good to have you over. All right, so listen. Before we get started, I would like to show a little honor here to a good friend of mine. You know, he's really become, he's really came on my radar, big time. And I really like, I really enjoy Jay Lee Chronicles content. So I encourage each of you to get over there. And I'd like to introduce you all to Jay Lee over here. I know I've had him up here on the platform before, but I want to show you this video that he did. Because I just, shout out to Jay Lee. Shout out to Jay Lee. But let's go.
Man means so much. When he covers your story will be covered. So in case you don't know who the fuck we talking about, we talking about the one, the only motherfucker Jason Lee. Make some goddamn noise.
Chirp, chirp.
The Jay Lee Chronicles.
The Jay Lee Chronicles.
And Jay Lee too. Shout out to Jay Lee for supporting everybody too, man.
Yeah, support Jay Lee, man.
I'll be in the cut.
Jay Lee Chronicles should be given love and respect. He should be given love and respect, people.
A person like Jay Lee Chronicles, that's somebody I see going somewhere. Pay attention to how he runs his platform. Look how many subscribers he done picked up. He's going to be at 1,000 soon.
Shout out to Jay Lee Chronicles. He gave an amazing, awesome interview. And he showed us that interviewing can be fun. Because a lot of people that interview, it's a very antagonistic back and forth. You can ask the hard questions and still keep it fun and lighthearted.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jay Lee. Shout out to Jay Lee, man. So I wanted to play that, but I want to get on into some pretty amazing video. All right. Give me a second here.
And we've got
I'm going to show you something. That is
it will be on our go. Copy master on your go.
All right. Now, what you're about to hear is some real NASA footage. I've got 2 videos I'm going to show you, okay? We've got our first one here, courtesy of NASA, in which in cigar-shaped object, and we've heard so much about these cigar-shaped objects. Now, guys, listen, we are on the precipice of like a story that is so big and so major, and I'm so glad that I've been talking about this topic for so long, because now look at it, blown up. Everybody's interested in the topic of UFOs, aliens. Mainly, why do we, there's got to be something piloting those crafts, but how the hell are they piloting? And like, what are they doing to make those craft? Could you imagine a human being getting their hands on one of those craft? The things that you could do, the places that you could go. You could be in a place instantaneously. Instead of taking 22 hours to get to Australia, you could be there in the blink of an eye. That is what we're talking about here. And I'm telling you, these beings, whatever federation this is, they call it the Galactic Federation, but there is a Galactic Federation of beings. Y'all, there are beings of all types. They look different from us. They're humanoid-esque. Some of them, have different colored skin. That's why I get really like trippy and tripped out with y'all when y'all be on that black and white shit so heavily. Because, man, there are beings out here that are blue, purple, yellow, various different shades of colors that have 3 eyes, 1 eye, wedged hands and feet, have a complete different concept of reality, that live in other dimensions that our human eyes can't even see. And they are developing these craft. And they're not hiding it anymore. You see, when all of the 50s and the 60s and all that was going on, hey, there are purple ones. There are actually purple ones as well. And some of them, these beings are beautiful. But with every community of beings or people or species, there's going to be good and bad. And that's basically what we're looking at. I mean, look at all these planets. You just look at the new, Webb telescope that's been put into space. Every photo that comes down is top secret until it's declassified. All of those stars we're looking at, we're looking at planets and suns, and who, like the selfishness of us to think that we're the only ones out here. It's almost crazy when you really, really think about it. But needless to say, these craft are incredible. We're talking Mach speeds that are unmockable. Okay, they're not even Mach speeds. It's faster than the speed of light. It's faster than the speed of sound. We're talking about craft that are using electromagnetic and anti-gravity technology and using matter and antimatter type technology. And some of these craft are operating on things that are as small as a quarter. It's amazing stuff. But this video, it was taken by NASA, courtesy of NASA. And what you're going to see is a cigar-shaped object. Now, remember when the Pentagon came out last year and put this warning out about how there are, there could be a mothership in the universe, right? And I mean, think about it. We have a space force now. Why do we need a space force? What are we defending in space? Y'all got to put that 2 and 2 type stuff together, right? But check this out.
And it will be on our go. Copy Moscow on your go. We're standing by. Closing.
The cigar-based object comes into view. It begins to move towards
contact.
Contact and capture.
And it turns, and it is immediately, it immediately is out of there. It's almost like what we see similar to a lot of craft, where it's almost like they warm up. And if you've ever watched Walking with the Tall Whites, and I've showed that before a couple of times because it's so interesting, a man who worked for 2 years with beings. The Nellis Air Force Base was used as an air base for them. Anyway, it's like these craft, they warm up. And what happens is then they instantly are out of your view. Instantly. That's why they just disappear. And that's exactly what we see. And you can tell this is natural because you can see how everybody starts getting excited on the radio. So listen again.
And it will be on our go. Copy Moscow on your go. We're standing by. Closing. With our contact.
Contact and capture.
And we've got. And it will be on our go.
Literally, you can even see it at the end. And I'm going to actually slow this down. You can actually see this at the end. It goes into like a different type of dimension because you can see like a bubble swell on it and it's gone.
So on your go.
We're going to slow this down.
We're standing by.
And I'm going to turn the audio off for right now because it's just going to drag because I've slowed it down. But watch this. Now, you can tell it's coming in closer. It's letting off. It's turning. It's turning. Right? It's coming right at the space station. And watch what happens. Boom. It just bubbles up and it's gone. I'm going to slow it down one more time here. It just instantly disappears. And the way that this physical craft does that is absolutely amazing. Is that a wormhole? Is that part of the anti-gravity technology that they have? Did they hit a certain gate? But this is absolutely 100% real. And then I've got something else to show you. Now, this is not the first time we've heard of cigar-shaped craft. Remember, what is it? Auma, if I'm saying that right. It came into, this was talked about in news agencies on CNN. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Oumuamua. There we go. Oumuamua. It's like 2 miles long, cigar-shaped, circling around the earth. And now we're seeing all of these cigar-shaped craft. Now we're at a 0.25 here. Watch this. This craft turns. And watch how it almost bubbles and then disappears. Right here. Bam. That is some amazing shit. But I got something even more amazing to show you. Okay. another cigar-based looking ship that is being recorded. There's a certain frequency you have to record, but it's not even just the cigar ship. There's UFOs everywhere, you guys. Our skies are infested with them. You see things moving in ways that are not technically possible with our current technology. Look at that. We've seen several of them. We've got the cigar-shaped object, but then we also got other objects circling around it, moving in all of these various locations, and it makes one wonder.
In the beginning, there was darkness, and then bang.
Sorry, y'all. Is that the mothership that those other ships are protecting? I mean, watch this again. Actually, I'm going to play this again. And just watch how these craft, it's not just the cigar, it's these other craft that are also moving in ways that are not technically feasible with technology that we have on this earth today. Boom. Perfect example of one right here, moving in various different angles. There's no way it can turn on a dime like that. And you can even see the electromagnetic energy coming off of these things. It looks like little sparks. And so anyway, the reason I wanted to show this is because, again, these cigar-shaped objects is not space debris like NASA would want to tell, would try to tell us. This isn't space debris. Okay? This is real. These beings have the ability to make craft from a variety of different, they can make them pyramid shaped, cigar shaped, triangular, all sorts of every shape, geometric shape you can possibly think of. This particular video was released, the Stargate one, June 21st.
In the beginning, there was darkness, and then bang, giving birth to an endless expanding
June 21st. So yeah, I want to go back to that one because that is amazing, and it's odd. And see, here's the thing: every time that we go up in space, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the tether incident. Hey, what's up, Gino? The tether incident was an incident. Actually, I feel like I should show you this really quickly. All right, let me show you the tether incident. I've talked about it before on my channel, but basically what it was is inside the space station, there was several astronauts that were recording some things that were happening outside of the space station that, had them feeling a little strange. Okay. And I'm going to show you this because you see things. Okay. You see these things flying or not. It almost looks like they're swimming. Okay. This is the tether incident.
Just moving into sunrise.
Now, is that really a tether or is that another cigar shape?
81 nautical miles.
From
Columbia.
Shit, but look at these things moving. And it's almost like they could be falling like snow, but no. They're going to move in ways, 90-degree angles, all of that.
It's illuminated by the sun.
Oh, I'm going to go back to the wormhole one. But I just wanted to show this. And that was made on June 21st, Gail. This past June 21st. That wormhole one. But this is in space. And you can see things. When they supposedly lost a tether, and these beings just started sniffing them out, so to speak. And it looks like it's electric energy. But anyway, this video here, this was made June 21st. Oh, there's some that I've heard that are up to 200 miles long, Gino. And let's not even get to talking about the moon and some of the amazing footage that I've seen, that's old footage that's come from NASA that shows structures on the moon, where we actually have two astronauts exploring these structures. And I've got my hands on that, and that's what I'm going to be playing tonight. We're going to be talking about these various anomalous structures on the moon, but I'm going to show you a video that I know many of y'all have never seen, that was declassified, that shows two astronauts walking through what appears to be an abandoned building of some kind on the moon, some sort of base. But when we landed on the moon, even when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed on the moon, when they landed, they were looking at an entire group of UFOs, even one that was pyramid shaped, that hovered a few feet off the ground the whole time they were there. And you can even see it in some of the footage. But we are not alone, guys. This stuff is real. We may not understand it, you know. And the abduction. Now watch this. Watch this warp. Watch this warp. Watch it. Bam. So the real name for this, the real name of what that would be called, is Alcubierre warp drive, Duchess, or otherwise known as warp drive. The technical term is Alcubierre warp drive. It's something that's been talked about in Popular Mechanics since the 80s, actually. I used to read Popular Mechanics as a kid, still do, because I'm a geek like that. But it's Popular Mechanics is a type of magazine for like ultra geeks that talks about stuff that's, to a lot of people, just sci-fi. But the truth of the matter is that we are utilizing Alcubierre warp drive technologies, and that is what we're using to get from point to point instantaneously. We have 3 craft at this moment. 3 craft, and I could name them for you. The what is it? The Helen Ketter. There's 2 more. Forgive me if I don't know them off the top of my head, but Linda Moulton House talked about this, but it was confirmed. We have 3 craft that have visited 28 different star systems with the help of our Nordic friends, which we're talking about craft that are literally going 23, 40, 50 light years away. It would take centuries if we were to get into one of our shuttles and try to utilize one of our shuttles to get to even the next, you know what I mean? To get to Mars takes 7 months, right? But with Alcubierre warp drive, with that technology, we have the ability to get to those points instantly. And the other thing that's been talked about in a gift that was given to the United States, because we kept going up on these Apollo missions, maybe it was a way of getting us to go the fuck away, was something called 0 point energy. And if we got our hands on 0 point energy, we would never have to pay another electric company ever fucking again. But they don't want us to have this technology. Could you imagine a little person like me figuring out Alcubierre warp drive and how to utilize it? I'd be the richest woman in the world. And I'm not even a part of the government. They don't want us to have this. And again, think about it. Why do we have a space force? Well, I'll tell you what, every time that we go up to do stuff at the space station, every time we go up and we put satellites up, we got weird shit going on. We got craft that are coming up close to the space station. We've had incidents of craft, of shuttles, when the shuttles were in flight, of knocks on the hulls of these shuttles. Damn near every astronaut, they may not say it, but several astronauts have talked about seeing things, even beams of light, while in space. Hey, Gloria, shout out to you. Make sure y'all give Roll a Mile Investigates a subscription. She does true crime, everyone. But yes, this is, we have it. We just don't know how, us civilians, but that's because we haven't been given a chance, Gino. And just with the latest whistle allegations from David Grush, who just came out and said that the United States is in possession of craft of non-human origin. And with that, unfortunately, comes dead pilots. And see, if NASA and JPL and all these other organizations, if they were to release this, that would mean there'd be 200 million brains trying to reverse engineer this versus 50 people. You see more and you learn more. And that's the whole thing, from what I understand, that the Galactic Federation wants is they want all of this technology to be released to the people. This technology is supposed to help the people. But instead, our governments want to turn it into a weapon, as always. So anyway, guys, I wanted to come through and show you this amazing piece of footage. This is, again, the technology that I believe is that you'll see whenever this cigar-shaped object turns and disappears, is what we call Alcubierre warp drive. And you can look that up. There's plenty of content out there on it. It does get deep, but this is how they are wormholing through space instantaneously. So I'm going to let this play one more time. But listen, I appreciate each and every one of you that came through. I'm going to continue to cover this exact type of content. And so prepare for our show later tonight, where we will be talking about these structures on the moons. on the moon. And then one day we'll be talking about the rings of Saturn. And I've got some pretty interesting theories that I want to tell you about that. Again, thanks to everybody who came through.
Looks like you lost another one.
Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
The judgment sentence that you are an asshole. The trial is over. Thank you, everybody.
Let's play a game. You have 10 seconds to take all your stuff and get out of my life. 10, 9, 8.
God bless you, motherfucker.
You're really smart. Like really, really, really smart like I am.